to the YourTown television program. My name is Joy Anderson. I'm the Member Relations Manager with the Monterey Peninsula Chamber of Commerce. And my next guest is Tony Bautista, who is the General Manager with Bubba Gump Shrimp Company down on Cannery Row.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome, Tony.
Thanks
for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Bubba Gump's. I still love the movie. I still love
great.
the movie. I mean, and I don't know anybody that hasn't seen it. And, well, maybe some of the younger kids, but, it's iconic. And your restaurant, fabulous. So,
thank you.
You've been on Cannery Row now for what?
Let's see, about 5.5 months.
Okay, yourself. But I mean the restaurant.
Oh, the restaurant
the
itself.
Restaurant.
Yes,
yeah,
the
let's
restaurant.
talk about
We've
the
been
restaurant
there,
a little bit.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years for Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Before that, we were the Rusty Pelican. And so, roughly 25 years or so.
Okay. But 20 years on Cannery Row, and I know there was a big celebration last year.
Yep,
so
which was
that
great.
Was, it was fantastic. And it's hard to believe that it's been 20 years. But tell us a little bit about the concept. I mean, I know it kind of was born out of the movie.
It was, yes.
And but when you go to the restaurant, I mean, you see things like this. You see the little signs that say "Run, Forrest, Run," and you flip it over and it says "Stop, Forrest, Stop." And cute trivia things that you've got going on besides the food itself. So let's talk about the concept and how your restaurant is different from any other, say, seafood restaurant.
Well, we try to make it an experience. Anybody that comes into our restaurant, we want them to have that memory of it's not just food. You come in, whether it's on vacation or you're a local, playing tourist for the day, or you're down visiting the aquarium, we want to make sure you come in and have a memorable time. With, our staff, we do the stop signs, we do Forrest Gump trivia, and even though some folks haven't seen the movie because of the younger generations, we have things that'll give you the little hints. And so our goal is to make sure that when you leave our building, it's, yes, I went to Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, I had some great food, but more than anything, I had a friendly server who made my time that great.
And had a good time.
Yep.
Had a
Absolutely.
good time.
Absolutely.
So, I haven't played trivia, but anyway, that's all I thought. More than shrimp, though.
Yes, more than shrimp. We have quite a few offerings, whether obviously our shrimp dishes are very popular. We have fish, but we also have award-winning barbecue ribs, which I know you're a fan of. And I'm a fan of.
Yeah, it's funny because people locally, or even tourists, when I was working in the hospitality business, go, some good ribs, some good barbecue ribs, and I'd say, well, go to Bubba Gump's, and they'd look at me like, well, isn't that a shrimp place? And I said, you will not be disappointed. I
Yes.
said those ribs are fantastic, and apparently it's some secret recipe out of one of the Carolinas, I think, or something, where it's
we take a lot of pride in the way we marinate and cook and prepare those ribs because we have won multiple awards and I love them. They're great.
So after this program airs and we get this online and everything, so I think you're going to need to beef up your order on ribs because
Absolutely.
I think everybody's going to want to run over there and see all that stuff, So, and you do a lot of tourist business because of your location down on Cannery Row. But I just want people to understand that, the locals really enjoy coming there too. And, and we don't want them to think this is just a touristy kind of a place.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the local scene. Being a new member to the Monterey community, I go out and support local businesses. And so, we do multiple things throughout the year, whether it's, having a spring promotional menu, summer and fall, to attract the local crowd. I think that they play such a great part in our success. We've been successful for 20 years because of the local crowd. Mm-hmm. And so we try to make sure that we cater to their needs and their wants. So anybody that is local is obviously more than welcome to come. We will make sure that they have a phenomenal time because, again, the locals are what made Bubba Gump Shrimp Company successful, especially this store. We were the original Bubba Gump, and if it hadn't been for the local crowd, we would not be 20 years into it.
No.
26 locations in the U.S. and multiple across the world. So local crowds play a big, big role in our success.
And I'm sure you're very proud of being at this location, knowing that this is the original and this is the flagship.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, I talked to your folks out of your corporate office, which is back in, I mean, some sales folks and things that are back in on the East Coast, and they're saying how proud they are of this restaurant, this location, because it not only does well, but there's something special about it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, on top of the views that we have, it's just the feel of it. I came from a location in Southern California. Moving up here was something that I wanted to do, a change, because I knew that it was the original. But visiting over the summer, I'm like, wow, it's just the atmosphere is a little bit different. Where the staff is that much more friendly. It's very much involved in the community. It's a military town, which is great, and we're very supportive of that. And so to me, it's a great honor to be here, and trying to get involved with folks around our neighboring restaurants, neighboring hotels.
We have a very tight-knit, I don't want to say small, but a very tight-knit community.
Yes.
And we talk about living and working in this community and how special it is. And just from talking to you, just a little bit today, but I've had conversations with you before, and I can see that you appreciate that, and you just, you found a home here. Yeah,
yes. This is home. This is home.
It's going to be real hard to get rid of you now. It's like, oh, no, I'm staying here. But I know that Bubba Gump's also does charitable work.
Yes, we do.
So let's talk about that, and
yeah,
like
we could talk about
yeah.
our last major benefit, if you will. We partnered up with the Gary Sinise Foundation, who, if you know Gary Sinise, he played Lieutenant Dan in the movie, and so he is very much involved with helping military families, whether it's Gold Star families, Wounded Warrior programs. And so all last year, Bubba Gump Shrimp Company partnered up with Gary Sinise, and we sold the cutouts of the beard for Forrest Gump, and you have one.
Yeah.
And so, every guest, whether they wanted to buy 1, 5, 10, 20, whatever number was, we collected that money, and, we were able to raise and provide Mr. Gary Sinise last month a check for $137,000 to help military families. And so that's huge. And it was an honor for me to be at the conference when we gave him the big check, if you will. And he was very taken back by it. And those are the things that we do on the behind the scenes to really give back to our community.
Yeah, when you passed out those those beards, with the little elastic on it, and the kids loved it.
They did.
And the adults got into
absolutely.
it too.
Yeah,
it was kind of a fun and unique way of fundraising.
Yes, exactly.
Fundraising.
And not only that, but we also have a group of shrimp possibles, as we call them, our staff that volunteer their time as managers as well, that we go out and help, whether it's organizing a race that we had in Pacific Grove not too long ago, or reading to the children at schools for Dr. Seuss Day. We also just donated about 1,300 backpacks all of 2016 for kids that are in need of school supplies, and so getting involved in the community, getting involved with the local scene is something big for me, and I'm more than happy to be participating in any cause.
Well, that's great to know, because sometimes we forget about that.
Yeah, we do.
We forget about that, and a lot of organizations or a lot of businesses do things like you do, similar, in different, at a different scale, but we don't know about them.
Yes.
We don't know about them. So, I always use this format, of having people on the program to talk about those things, because I think it's important that especially our locals understand that, this may be a restaurant that's not a locally owned restaurant. It is part of a larger chain of restaurants.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so they don't realize how much, number one, the economic impact is, back to the community, and, hiring local people, and, our manager lives here. I mean, it's just, but also the benefits of the fundraising and things that you do.
Yeah, I mean, 20 years in business, you could just imagine how many meals we've served and how many local folks we've hired. We do our best to try to cater to anybody that's really wants to stay in the local scene. We have a lot of our staff goes to the local college. They're military, and so that's our goal. It's yes, we are a business, but we want to provide back by
Exactly.
hiring those folks and providing any help or assistance that they might need.
And help people with their careers.
Exactly.
If they really, love that restaurant business, I mean, that there's a foot in the door to do bigger and better
Yes,
things,
absolutely,
especially
yes.
with a larger company. There is that potential if you're willing to relocate or do things like that. But you also have a cool gift shop.
We do. We have
You
a
know, you
we
have
have
a-
a
what do you call it?
great
A place
retail
in this
store.
retail store,
Where we have things like mugs and the stop signs or anything really that you see in the store. Our T-shirts are very popular. We have some exclusive Monterey gear, and so that's also another part of the restaurant folks don't know about. It's not just food. We provide you with an emotional souvenir. If you will, hey,
Yeah.
I remember going to not only Cannery Row but Bubba Gump Shrimp. Now I got a great view, a great meal, and now hey, I got
something to take home,
Exactly.
or to show off from my vacation,
Yes.
or just gifts for we're always looking for gifts to send to people that don't live in this area, some kind of souvenir from here to be unique.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just XYZ from Amazon.com or something. So it's a little bit more personal.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
so we don't want to forget that you've got all these great items and fun stuff that you can do there as well. So tell me a little bit about Tony now. Tony, you've been here for what, about 5 months?
5.5 months or so.
5.5 months.
Grew up in Southern California. Joined Bubba Gump Shrimp when I was in college, trying to make some money for books, and I fell in love with the business. It's great. They were super helpful, and when my time came up to trying to relocate, Monterey was first choice because of the things we just mentioned. I have a wife and a daughter. My daughter loves being here. First weekend here, she actually participated in the butterfly parade.
Oh,
And
nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And so ever since, I became a bigger fan of this community, of the town in general. And so, yeah, that's Tony, family guy.
Family guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but now you said you go out and frequent the local businesses,
Absolutely.
other restaurants, shops, whatever, and it's fun. You're going to just kind of keep exploring because there is so much.
There
here,
is, and every day, every week, I discover something new, and I was like, wow, like I didn't know that, and I've been here 3 times, and so I'm looking forward to the next 5 months, the next 5 years, and so I'm very excited.
Well, that just makes you more able to really communicate to people who are visiting the area when they come into the restaurant and
Yes.
point out other things
Yeah,
for them
absolutely.
to see and do, and they might be here for a couple of days, and I guess realistically they're not going to come and eat at Bubba Gump every day, so
They can.
they can, but I mean if they want to go to other areas, and,
Yes.
then again here you're able to recommend other places too, because that's what we do. We all help each other
We
out.
do help each other out.
Yeah.
I built great relationships with neighboring restaurants, and so we always try to support each other, and I think that's what makes you successful is being friendly to the competition, if you will, but because you never know, you might need assistance one day, and so that's a big thing for me as well, supporting anybody around Cannery
Having that
Row.
relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, because it works, and you can do groups.
Yes, absolutely. We do
groups.
groups up to 200.
Wow.
And yeah, we've anything from a small party of 6 people to you want to do a big reunion, and we have and we have the space, we have anything you need really.
You have the space and the ability to do
Yep.
it, yeah. And then you've got a neat little patio.
We do, yes, we do. Great patio. Folks want to sit out there when it's nice and sunny, and great views. That's a big thing where. I think folks that come into Monterey, it's such a beautiful scenery that we have to provide them
People
with.
always ask that too. Where can we go eat, whatever meal they're looking for, that has a view of the water? And you're like, okay, We're very fortunate because we have several, but I mean, you're right in that great spot because there are a lot of things to do in the area
Absolutely,
too.
yes.
And I know I've played tourist down on Cannery Row a few times and taken my grandkids, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good,
You know,
good. I'm glad.
we would kind of walk around and go down to the beach, and then, always stop off at Bubba Gump's because that's like the treat for everybody. And then, of course, there's the candy stores and the yogurt place, and so
There's so
there's
much.
plenty to keep us busy. But so anything else? I mean,
As far
coming up or
we do
special?
we have an exciting spring menu going on right now, which we brought some of the local favorites. Shrimp and bacon potato bites, chicken shrimp cocktail. But we do have an exciting summer menu coming up, and we're already working on things for the fall. So it's ever changing. You're gonna have your classics: the fried shrimp, coconut shrimp, barbecue ribs. But anytime you walk into our building, there's gonna be something new and exciting happening. And so I'm very, very fortunate to live in a place where folks come in for that excitement. And so we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
Oh, well, that's good. Because, I mean, lots of times you'll say, oh, well, we know the menu. And it's like, okay, but you have a lot of surprises. I know
We do.
last year during the summer you had some, what was it? There was a chili shrimp, or what was that? It was something along that line.
Yes,
And it was
and
really,
we brought it back by popular demand.
I think it's on your menu
It made
now.
it made it onto our menu. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
it
our
was
sweet and
very
spicy shrimp. Yes.
Sweet and spicy shrimp. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Try it.
good.
It's really good. So the parent company of Bubba Gump's is
Landrys Seafood.
Seafood. Okay, and a lot of folks are familiar with that
They
because
do.
you're around the country.
We do, and then
So-
we have multiple other sister companies. Chart House is part of us.
Oh, is it
We have a
really?
great loyalty program where a lot of folks that have a loyalty card, are able to come in, get points for when they dine with us. They also, skip the wait if there happens to be a wait, and so that's a great benefit to have. And a lot of our local crowds actually have one of those because they know that the wait could be a little bit extensive, so they show up to our front door. Hey, I'm a member of Landrys Select Club. Hey, folks, come on in. We'll get you set
Can
right
you
away.
join that here locally?
Absolutely, yes. We
Oh,
have
okay.
multiple locals that are part of that program, and they really take advantage.
Oh, that's a good thing to know.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Well, we'll have to get you a card.
I like that thing about skipping lines. No, I think it's important
Yes,
that
it is.
folks, especially the locals, know that you have these programs in place, because the locals are, the foundation for
Absolutely.
the business.
Yes.
I mean, the tourists, they come and go, and a lot of them do return. But I mean, our local business is really is key to
They kept us going for 20 years.
key to the success of
Exactly.
all our businesses locally. And so we're always asking folks to support the businesses that give back to the community and do all those great things that you do there. But yeah, loyalty card. Okay, folks, loyalty card. Make sure come and see Tony
Come and see
about
me.
that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Well, I really appreciate you coming on here, and I really wish you much success. And I think you're very happy living here.
I am,
And
yes.
we're happy to have you in our community and to continue to watch the restaurant be successful.
Thank you so much for having me.
And
I'm
have
happy to be here.
have your daughter grow up in this great community
Yes.
and many more butterfly parades.
I'm looking forward to all of them.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tony.